What if I told you everything you know about self-publishing is wrong? Keep watching to find out why. My name is Mike Fallett. I own Dream Starters Publishing, and we've helped entrepreneurs all over the world bring their stories to life in a book, and then we show them how to use it as a marketing tool to grow their business. As of today, we've published over 350 best-selling books. The company is called Dream Starters Publishing in congruence with the $1 Million Book Agency. I'm here to tell you a little bit about self-publishing. Many people come to me and they think they're looking for traditional publishers. Well, if you're an entrepreneur out there, you have your own business, I recommend self-publishing. Especially if you're getting started, or maybe you're not too well known in the marketplace just yet. Maybe people are not beating on the door to give you money yet, right? To write that book. So if you're going to control your outcome, your destiny, and your legacy, and you want that wholeheartedly, I recommend self-publishing. Let's start off with the basics. Self-publishing is all about control and ownership. You control the outcome. You control the book itself, the title, the subtitle, the cover design, how it's used, the price points. You can give the book away if you want. You don't need to ask anybody for permission, and that is huge. As entrepreneurs, we want control. We are in charge of our destiny. And whenever you give up control to a publishing house, you might feel stifled. You may feel like you're a corporate employee again. So control and ownership, by far, 100% in favor of self-publishing. Jeff Bezos with Amazon has completely changed the game. You don't have too many gatekeepers out there anymore. You could publish a book, use it properly, get it printed, use it as a lead magnet, grow your funnel, your database, your tribe, nurture them into many clients, and you'll make 100 times more money on the back end than on the front end of the book sale. That's the magic of self-publishing. And if you go to a traditional publisher, they're going to frown upon that. They're going to say you can and can't do this. We don't recommend that. Oh, you can't give it away. It can't be a part of the funnel. Oh, you need to ask my permission and all of my boss's permissions to do what you want to do with your story. Craziness, don't recommend it. Rights and royalties. When it comes to self-publishing, you keep all of the rights and the royalties, which means if there's a book sale on Amazon, you keep the royalties 100%. Now, you may have to split some type of a fee or a percentage of the book sale with Amazon or the distribution center, Book Baby, Barnes & Nobles. But when it comes to the book itself, you could take it anywhere and you can sell it and you keep 100%. So that is magical for a couple different reasons. But what I will say is when you write this book and you want to make money on the front end and you do this the right way with some ads and great marketing and social media and courses and masterminds, you can make this like a big rock into a river, creating ripples everywhere. And if you create enough ripples, you don't really need a traditional publisher. You want to attract attention. You want to get those speaking gigs. If you do it the right way, you keep 100%. And a traditional publisher, a huge percentage goes to them. And not only do you give up control and the ability to do whatever you want with it, but they keep a lot of the money on the front end and potentially on the back end. Self-publishing does have upfront costs, okay? Authors must cover all the costs, right? When it comes to either the cover design, the editing, the formatting, maybe the ghostwriting. Maybe they are marketing the book themselves. There are costs involved upfront. And if you're an entrepreneur, you realize that this is part of the game. You know, when you build a business, it is 100% in your hands. And this book is a business, right? You have to look at your book as an absolute business card, but also a business itself because of the leads that it generates, but also the revenue streams that are within the book or maybe what comes from the book. The upfront costs are there. Traditional publishers will usually come to you and they will give you fees or money to pay for the fees. They will give you money as an upfront, as we want control and ownership of this story and all these lessons. We will help you with everything. We'll pay for it all for you, but because your name is associated with it, you will be able to help sell these books. And we'll help sell them for you, but we are going to pay for all of the writing, the editing, the cover design. So you don't have to worry about that. And we'll probably give you a check up front. Sounds great, but unless you are a big name, don't expect this to happen. So this is for the entrepreneur, the everyday entrepreneur. You want to get going. Action creates traction. Action creates traction. If you just start writing and getting your book out there, you start to create those ripples everywhere. And the last thing you want to do is to have your story be reliant upon somebody else to say yes or no. And I think whenever you pay for this upfront, it becomes an asset. And this becomes an asset that pays you not only consistently, weekly, monthly, but potentially yearly or every decade, constantly for the rest of your life, granting you more opportunities. Financial risk. The financial risk is entirely on the author as a self-publisher, and as they need to invest money up front with no guarantees of sales, right? So when you put together a book, there are no guarantees of sales. It's all on you. That's why you need a game plan. So the financial risk is on you as a self-publisher. But if you go to a traditional publishing house, there really is no risk, right? If they're giving you money and maybe they're going to help out with everything on the back end, that's great. But to me, what I respect the most in an individual is the ones who take the bull by the horns and they just go, and they don't need anybody else's permission. So if I were you, start to analyze, do I want to put a little bit of money into it so I can control it and own it, or do I want zero risk? Usually where there's zero risk, there is zero reward. Now this changes as you grow in numbers and followers, and you now have leverage where individuals can come to you and they're beating on the door to sign you. You've already built something that's an absolute asset. Maybe you have a strong personal brand. You want to get to a point where traditional publishers are seeking you out rather than you seek them out. Remember that. Time to market. When it comes to self-publishing, speed is crucial. And speed is a lot more in your favor if you self-publish. With books being published in a matter of weeks or even days, months maybe, you can publish, get going, get rolling, done. Traditional publishers typically take much longer, whether it's months or years even. There are many moving parts, and so speed is in your favor when it comes to self-publishing. You have to analyze what's more important to you. Do you want speed? I think speed is the ingredient you need in every aspect of your business, so utilize it professionally and efficiently, and you will see great rewards. Distribution and reach. When it comes to self-publishing, it's limited distribution. While self-publishing platforms like Amazon, Kindle, Direct Publishing provide broad online distribution, getting books into physical bookstores can be more challenging. This is 100% true because there are many channels that traditional publishers have access to that you do not. And that's why you may have limited distribution when you put it up on Amazon, but here's the kicker. I believe it's 78 to 80% of all books are sold on Amazon regardless. You might not be able to get in the bookstores across the United States or across the world, but you will be able to be on the number one platform, Amazon, through Amazon KDP. That's the way to go. So it might be a little bit less, but you're still on the platform that matters, and that is the game. Marketing and promotion. This is the biggest difference between self-publishing and traditional publishing. You as the author in self-publishing are in control of everything. Social media, promotion all over on podcasts, speaking gigs. That's half the fun though, am I right? Getting up on stage, getting on a podcast, you can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You don't need somebody else telling you what to say and what not to say, what to do, what you can't do. So marketing promotion, you will either have to do it yourself or hire a marketing agency. We at Dream Starters Publishing help people get books done. So self-publishing is the aspect that we take where what we focus on, because you own 100% of the book. But the agency on the back end that we have implemented is called the $1 Million Book Agency. And that agency helps out with marketing, the advertising, the funnels, the websites, the courses, the masterminds, the virtual assistants. So you will either need to do it yourself or hire a company to do it for you. Once again, these are levers you have to pull as a self-publisher as compared to somebody who hires a traditional publishing company. They will do all that. You will have to run a press releases. You will have to, get on websites. But if it's your personal brand, this is an asset. You own your name. You own your company. You own your book. And every eyeball can be converted into a dollar, whether it's now or later. So marketing promotion will be more reliant on you if you consider yourself a self-publisher, if you want to self-publish your book, as compared to a traditional publisher who may have already dialed in their marketing, know their game plan, and they don't need your assistance whatsoever. They'll do it for you. Traditional publishers, when it comes to control and ownership, you give up control and ownership. Costs and investments. Usually traditional publishers, there's no costs up front. They give you money up front. You usually don't have to invest. There may be commitments in your contract. You have to show up. You have to do X amount of things. And it's almost like you become an employee again rather than an entrepreneur. This is why I am against traditional publishing. Once again, this may change if you become a multi-gazillionaire and you just want somebody to do it all for you and pay you prior to even thinking about writing a book. Very beneficial depending on where you're at in your career. Time to market, traditional publishing, much slower. As I said before, they handle all the marketing. They handle all of the promotions. You might have to show up, like I said, but it's an easy button, right? It's an easy button because they have been doing it potentially for decades or generations. So it's great, but I like to do my marketing. I like to turn on a dime. And if that's you, I would consider, if I were you, self-publishing is the key, the way to go. Self-publish if you have a business. And then whenever you get to a point in your life where you have individuals running down the street, knocking over cones, beating on your door to have you be a part of their brand or to pay you large sums of money, that's when you might consider traditional publishing. If you need any help, I'm here for you. My name is Mike Fallett. I own Dream Starters Publishing. $1 million book will lead to $1 million life. We'll see you in the next one.